Realize that you just came all the way down here with me just because you're my pal. And also, I probably did seem like a wacky wreck when I showed up at your door. But I am feeling a lot better now, and it's thanks to you being so receptive and so sweet to me.
Good. But I'm going to hang with you, Luce, because whether Doc Shrink's mouthpiece has good news or bad, it's always a good idea to have experienced backup. You know, moral support and all that.
Well, you know, Alexis does give me that much. He does.
You trying to ditch me?
No. I just had this thought. You and Laura have had scads of experience with attorneys over the years, right? Well, of course, through no fault of your own.
We can get an injunction faster than a babysitter.
Good. Okay, so what I was thinking is maybe you could stay and just sort of size this attorney up. Tell me what you think, because after all, she is holding Kevin's life in her hands, so I want to be sure. God.
No problem. And more importantly, I don't want my partner hooked up with some fast-talking clothes horse who's going to charge you a full day's wage for just stapling two papers together.
Good afternoon, Lucy. Mr. Spencer? Am I talking too fast?
Luke, this is Miss Davis. Miss Davis, this is Luke Spencer. I guess I don't really have to tell you that. So, Miss Davis.
A pleasure.
Afraid you have me at a disadvantage, Miss Davis.
I heard you call Lucy your partner, so I made the logical inference.
Oh, that's right. You see, I told Alexis that we were partners. She needed to know all my economical assets just in case I am sued because people believe that I should have called the police on Kevin.
Thorough.
But would you, think about it. Would you call 911 just because someone's a little moody and bored and a little unpredictable?
It's better than thorough. Because you have to know how much she's worth before you can take her for all she's worth, right?
Luke, I'm sorry. You see, he just, he has a bit of a skeptical nature. Don't take it personally.
Call me homely, and I'll take it personally. Call me craven, and I'll take it you're not a virgin with the legal profession.
You ain't homely.
Thank you.
See? I told you, she is great, isn't she?
Yeah, she told me that. She also told me that you just dropped in out of heaven. And I never thought that was a launching pad for lawyers.
Manhattan. I said she dropped out of Manhattan from a law firm in New York. She came very highly recommended.
A skeptical nature and opposable thumbs are all that separate us from the beasts. My resume, if you're interested.
Thank you.
Alexis, to Kevin. What is going on with all those cases? How bad is it really?
All right, I think it's
the University of Louvain?
Belgium. Just need to do some preliminary.
So many schools, so many different countries, so little time. I take it you bore easily.
Very. Now, what I was saying before...
You got your law degree from Harvard.
This is fascinating. I'm really enjoying hearing about that, but I really want to talk about Kevin, please.
Which I would very much like to do, if Mr. Spencer is finished.
Oh, don't wait for me. I'm like a bad haircut. I grow out at my own pace.
You see, Luke is a very good friend of Dr. Collins, too.
I'm very glad to hear that. Dr. Collins can't have enough supporters. But, of course, I can only discuss my client with the representative that he's named. You.
Oh, right. Luke, why don't you go have a drink at the bar, and then we can talk to her a little bit later. What do you think?
I have a feeling that Miss Davis is not going to have any time to socialize later.
Enough already.
You know, you can't get rid of me. You're going to have to get her to do it.
I tell you what. Could we just have a couple of minutes alone together, please?
I think Mr. Spencer is going to suggest a background check might be in order.
She said you were smart.
So in the interest of saving us all a lot of time, I'll be happy to sit here and answer whatever questions you might like. Ask away. Actually, no. My early graduate work was in political science.
I'll bet you'd make a good politician. All that spin control, doublespeak, focus groups.
Politicians don't study politics. They take self-confidence courses and voice lessons.
You don't need those. After Harvard.
After Harvard, she joined that little firm of Ryan, Gorchek, and Chuchek, and Woodchuck. It doesn't matter. We know that. She worked herself up to junior partner. She's already told us all this.
Was that difficult? What about that glass ceiling we always hear that women come up against?
You've seen those fire alarms? Break glass in case of emergency? It became an emergency for me to leave the firm and start my own practice. Altogether, I have 12 years litigation experience, an excellent acquittal record in criminal cases, And if I may say so, a knack for quick and favorable settlements in civil suits, as my bank account will attest, should you wish to investigate it.
Oh, no. No, I'm sure you're good with numbers. So what are you doing to get the doc out of this maximum security motel? I mean, I hear from Luce that he can't even see his own head shrinker. That can't be good. And he's not getting much of a chance to see her. It sounds like an emergency situation to me.
Absolutely. Having Dr. Collins transferred back to Port Charles and reinstituting his therapy are our most crucial immediate goals.
Uh-huh. And what are your immediate crucial steps in that direction? Oops. Oh, guess we ran up against that wall of confidentiality again, didn't we?
Right, so, why don't you go to the bar and have a drink, and then I can find out this for myself?
Do you
okay?
have a list of past clients by any chance?
You have a list of references in your hand, Mr. Spencer. It's getting late.
I know. Luke, please, I know you mean well, and I asked you to do this, but enough is enough, okay? I have to find out about Kevin. He is stuck in a jail cell right now. He doesn't know if or when he'll ever get out. And meanwhile, the whole sky is falling in. Felicia's against him, and every single patient he's ever had is suing him. So please, let me just find out where we stand with Miss Davis here. And you, go to the bar and have a drink. Please, on me, go.
No. You're being lied to, Luce.
Okay, why don't we go to my office, Miss Davis? That might be better.
I don't run away from challenges, Lucy. Best you know that about me.
A challenge. Okay, challenge. All right, well, you know, I haven't been to 6 universities, and I've never seen Belgium. But it just seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that a very successful, attractive, dynamic attorney from New York like yourself doesn't scour the hinterlands looking for some doctor who in his spare time terrorizes women and small children.
Side are you on anyway?
Hey, I'm sorry, babe. I'm just talking in, headlines here. You get my drift, don't you, Miss Davis? You see the problem I'm having with this.
Why didn't you just say so at the beginning? I'd never have heard about this if someone didn't bring it to my attention.
What? Attention by whom? As in Mac? I mean, Police Commissioner Scorpio?
No, a Mr. Stefan Cassadine suggested that I look into it.
What? A Cassadine? Why didn't you tell me this?
Should I?
Yes, you should have. Do you have any idea what the Cassadines did to this town? Or did to Luke, for that matter?
Save it, sweetheart. There are no blanks that Miss Davis needs filled in.
Now, if Mr. Spencer is finished, perhaps we could discuss what I came here to discuss with you.
Well, I have a whole lot more questions. But I don't think you're the person to ask.
Lucy, listen to me. It is important for Dr. Collins that we continue what we've started.
You may not have outright lied to me, but you were not completely honest with me either.
Pleading my sincerity now would be pointless. Besides, sincerity is not what you need. Results are, and those I can give you.
See, that's it. That's exactly what I want to hear from my lawyer. A lawyer I can trust. You're fired.
That's unfortunate. I'd wish you and Dr. Collins luck, but I'm afraid that you'll need more than that. You'll let me know where you'd like your files forwarded.
You can send the bill for this session to me.
This one's free of charge. Take care of her, will you?
This is great. This is just great.
Luce, I know that was hard, but it was really, really, really smart.
You were right about Spencer. He's very sharp. He was just about to figure out our connection on his own, so I beat him to it. After which, I was promptly fired. So far, we could have written this chapter in verse. I have to say, I have heard about this man for years now, and I'm still surprised. I have never met a non-Cassadine quite so sure of himself.
So, am I up to speed?
Am I? Is there something happened that I should know about? You're distracted, Stefan. something you didn't count on?
Everything went as expected. And I expect it will continue to.
All right.
Go now.